Imagine a world where losing a hand was the punishment for failing to meet a rubber quota. Where whipping was so common it became routine. Where prisons weren't for rehabilitation but for breaking human spirits. This wasn't some distant dark age, this was colonial Africa. European powers didn't just conquer Africa. They weaponized the law. They turned everyday life into a crime. And they built systems of punishment so brutal they would shock the world. The story begins in the Congo Free State, where King Leopold II of Belgium turned a nation into his personal slaughterhouse. Villages were burned. Hostages were taken. And if you didn't meet your rubber quota, the punishment was amputation. Hands were severed as proof of discipline. But the Congo was just the beginning. Across Africa, colonial powers built prisons not seen in pre-colonial societies. In Sierra Leone, the first colonial prison opened in 1812. By the 20th century, these institutions weren't about justice, they were about control. In Tanganyika, punishments were 3 times harsher than in Europe for the same crimes. Theft could mean years in a labor camp. Resistance could mean execution. And whipping. That was the colonial favorite. In Dar es Salaam, crime statistics skyrocketed under British rule. But was crime really increasing? Or was it just that colonial police were arresting more Africans? The numbers tell a grim story: 1,317 theft cases in 1939 alone. Colonial law didn't just punish. It reshaped African life. Pass laws controlled movement. Labor laws forced people into mines and plantations. And sexual conduct laws targeted African traditions. In Southern Africa, colonial rulers criminalized same-sex relationships, a legacy that still affects laws today. The prisons overflowed. The whips cracked. And the colonial machine kept turning. But this isn't just history. The systems built to control colonial Africa still shape policing and prisons across the continent. The distrust of courts. The brutality of police. The overcrowded jails. These are the ghosts of colonialism. And they haunt Africa to this day.